Savannah Chrisley opens up about painful health struggle. Savannah Chrisley is opening up about a very painful health struggle that she has been enduring for a long time. It has been hard for her since her parents have been incarcerated. Yet she has been making the best out of her life, but her health problems have recently resurfaced. Keep reading for more details about what Savannah has gone through. Savannah Chrisley opens up about painful health struggle. It has been hard mentally and emotionally for Savannah Chrisley ever since her parents were sentenced. Todd and Julie Chrisley headed to prison in January 2023. That left Savannah to raise her two younger siblings, Grayson and Chloe, while still working. She is in real estate and has a podcast, Unlocked. At the same time, she had a beauty line called Sassy, which is seemingly now defunct. Nothing has been posted on Sassy's Instagram page since April 2024. So she has been doing her best to make sure that Grayson and Chloe know they are loved and cared for while still fighting for her parents' freedom. Savannah Chrisley is opening up about a very painful health struggle that she has been enduring for a long time. It has been hard for her since her parents have been incarcerated. Yet she has been making the best out of her life, but her health problems have recently resurfaced. Keep reading for more details about what Savannah has gone through. Savannah Chrisley opens up about painful health struggle. It has been hard mentally and emotionally for Savannah Chrisley ever since her parents were sentenced. Todd and Julie Chrisley headed to prison in January 2023. That left Savannah to raise her two younger siblings, Grayson and Chloe, while still working. She is in real estate and has a podcast, Unlocked. At the same time, she had a beauty line called Sassy, which is seemingly now defunct. Nothing has been posted on Sassy's Instagram page since April 2024. So she has been doing her best to make sure that Grayson and Chloe know they are loved and cared for while still fighting for her parents' freedom. However, Savannah has said that she is not sure if she wants to get married and have children until Todd and Julie are released. She does not want them to miss these milestones in her life. That being said, Savannah shared she was looking into freezing her eggs so she could have a baby whenever she wanted to. Unfortunately, it has not been as easy as she had hoped due to her endometriosis. According to People, Savannah has undergone several surgeries to help aid with a chronic condition, which Julianne Hough, Amy Schumer, Bindi Irwin, and many more celebrities are afflicted with, is when tissue that is similar to the inner lining of the uterus grows outside the uterus. For Savannah Chrisley, it came up again when she was looking into freezing her eggs, as she shared on the Thursday, September 24th episode of her podcast. She could get pregnant naturally or have a problem conceiving, but right now it is a crapshoot. DNA testing. Savannah Chrisley also underwent DNA testing, taking over 400 tests. Her partner will also have to test as well, but the doctor had this to say about conception. Despite this unsettling news, the 27-year-old has opted to be grateful for the things that are put in front of me, like science and freezing my eggs, and then IVF. She has noted that sharing her story of pain and suffering has helped other women. They are messaging her with what they have gone through, so, in the end, she says it has been uplifting. Savannah Chrisley, known for her bright smile, sassy charm, and star power on Chrisley Knows Best, recently opened up about a deeply personal and ongoing battle that has been anything but easy. Though fans have seen her navigate family drama, legal woes, and public scrutiny with seemingly endless grace, Savannah's latest revelation strikes a more personal and vulnerable note. In a candid interview, Savannah revealed that she's been grappling with a painful health struggle for some time now, and it's been far from the spotlight. The blonde reality star, typically seen confidently strutting in front of cameras, has quietly faced moments of intense physical pain, fatigue, and uncertainty that have tested her in ways she never imagined. The first signs of trouble. It all began quietly enough. Savannah started experiencing unexplained symptoms that at first seemed like small inconveniences in her otherwise busy life. Headaches that wouldn't go away, bouts of exhaustion that no amount of sleep could remedy, and sharp, shooting pains that would randomly course through her body. As someone who had always taken pride in her health and fitness, these symptoms were alarming. I'd wake up some mornings and feel like I'd run a marathon in my sleep, Savannah shared, her voice trembling as she recalled those first confusing days. But I would push through it because, in my head, I was young and strong. I didn't want to accept that something could be wrong. Savannah's strong will and determination to keep going despite the discomfort only delayed the inevitable, the moment when she would have no choice but to acknowledge her body was sending her a message. A diagnosis that changed everything. After weeks of trying to ignore the mounting pain and fatigue, Savannah finally made the decision to see a doctor. Tests were run, questions were asked, and eventually she was given a diagnosis that shook her. Savannah revealed she had been diagnosed with a chronic autoimmune condition, something she had never anticipated as part of her life's journey. For a while, I felt like my world was collapsing around me, Savannah admitted. It's hard to accept that you're dealing with something that you can't just fix or overcome with hard work. I've always been a fighter, but this was a different kind of fight, one where I didn't know if I'd ever truly win. The reality star didn't disclose the specific name of her condition, choosing instead to focus on how it's impacted her daily life. Autoimmune diseases, which range from lupus to rheumatoid arthritis, affect the body by causing the immune system to mistakenly attack healthy cells. The result is often chronic pain, inflammation, and a host of other symptoms that can vary widely from day to day. For Savannah, the unpredictable nature of her illness has been one of the hardest aspects to come to terms with. Battling in silence. For months, Savannah chose not to share her health struggle with the world, not because she wanted to hide it, but because she needed time to process it on her own terms. In an industry where image is everything, Savannah grappled with the fear of being seen as weak or fragile. But as time passed, she realized that keeping her struggle a secret was weighing her down more than the illness itself. It's hard, being in the public eye. People expect you to be perfect all the time, and they don't see the behind-the-scenes struggle. I was waking up in pain and pushing through because I didn't want to let anyone down. But eventually, I had to face the fact that I needed to prioritize my health. With that realization, Savannah began to make changes in her life. She started working closely with her doctors to manage her symptoms, embracing a more holistic approach to her health that included dietary changes, stress management, and a newfound focus on self-care. She also opened up to her family, who have been a pillar of support through it all. Turning pain into purpose. Savannah's journey hasn't just been about learning to live with her diagnosis. It's been about rediscovering her strength and purpose. While the pain is something she still battles daily, Savannah has decided to use her platform to raise awareness about chronic illnesses and the importance of listening to your body. I never thought I'd be in a position where I'd be talking about health struggles like this, Savannah confessed. But I think it's important to be real with people. So many are silently going through similar things, and they feel alone. I want them to know they're not alone. We're in this together. By opening up, Savannah hopes to shine a light on the invisible battles many people face, particularly those with chronic illnesses that aren't always apparent on the outside. The decision to speak out wasn't an easy one for her, but she felt it was necessary to show others that vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, but rather a sign of immense strength. Life after the diagnosis. Today, Savannah is learning how to live with her condition rather than fight against it. She's incorporated gentler forms of exercise into her routine, focusing on yoga and Pilates, which help her manage pain without overtaxing her body. Her diet has shifted as well, with a focus on anti-inflammatory foods that help ease her symptoms. But perhaps most importantly, Savannah has learned to give herself grace. There are days where I feel strong, and there are days where I can barely get out of bed. And that's okay. I'm learning that it's okay not to be okay all the time. What matters is that I keep going. Savannah's story is one of resilience and adaptation. While she may never fully beat her illness, she has already won in so many ways by choosing to live with purpose, compassion, and transparency. Her message to others is clear. Life's challenges may change you, but they don't have to define you.